Welcome back to the Neural Architect, the channel that helps you build a better brain without making you feel like you need to live in a forest and meditate for 12 hours a day. So, explicit content started as just a little curiosity, right? Next thing you know, you're 3 tabs deep, 47 minutes in, and somehow still searching for the right one. Spoiler alert, it's not out there. Your dopamine is just holding you hostage. Let's get serious. And by serious, I mean, let's outsmart your brain with 5 neuroscience-backed strategies that'll help you break the cycle. No shame, no guilt, just strategy, sarcasm, and science. 1. Understand the dopamine trap. Here's the situation. Your brain isn't evil. It's just incredibly lazy and loves shortcuts. Explicit content hijacks your dopamine system, like it's a Netflix binge your neurons didn't ask for. Eventually, real life feels like watching paint dry while eating plain oatmeal. No wonder you're bored, unmotivated, and constantly reaching for that browser like it owes you something. The fix? You need a dopamine reset. Cold turkey. Not one last time. That one last time is like giving your brain a cupcake during a sugar detox. Guess what happens next? Yep, you're back at the bakery. 2. Break the cue craving click habit loop. Every addiction runs on a predictable loop. Cue, craving, response, regret. Questioning life decisions at 2 a.m. Your brain gets the signal. Maybe you're lonely, bored, stressed, or just saw a commercial with a slightly attractive person, and suddenly you're Pavlov's dog sprinting toward the screen. The move? Interrupt the loop. Cold shower, push-ups, eat a lemon. Yes, a literal lemon. Shock your system. Anything weird enough to stop the autopilot, because sometimes the best way to beat your brain is to confuse the hell out of it. 3. Rewire with neuroplasticity, aka mental construction work. You've trained your brain to go to explicit content like a toddler going to snacks after a tantrum. It's not that you're weak, it's that your brain is very efficient at being lazy. The trick? Build a new highway. Every time you resist and do something else, no matter how small, you're laying fresh neural tracks. It's not about motivation, it's about reps. Think of it as gym for your frontal lobe. The first few reps suck. You'll feel like a psychological noodle, but the more you show up, the stronger the circuit gets. No spotter needed, just discipline and maybe a little bit of spite. 4. Shame is not a personality trait, so stop wearing it. Let's be honest. Most people trapped in explicit content addiction have a PhD in self-loathing. You mess up, feel gross, spiral, and then reward yourself with the thing that made you feel awful in the first place. That's called brain irony. But here's the thing. Shame is just data. It's your brain saying, hey, something's off. That's all. It's not a moral sentence from the universe. You're not cursed, you're not broken, you're just overdue for a firmware update. So stop narrating your life like you're the villain in your own documentary. You're the architect. Time to fire the inner critic and hire a new project manager. 5. Build a life that doesn't suck. Here's the brutal truth. Most people don't crave explicit content. They crave an escape from boredom, loneliness, stress, and that deep existential void called scrolling at midnight wondering what you're doing with your life. The solution? Build a life worth logging into. Get uncomfortable. Pick up a hobby that requires actual movement. Join a gym. Learn to cook. Talk to actual humans. Build a routine that slaps. Your brain craves purpose, not pixels. Because guess what? The more you engage with real life, the less you need fake dopamine. Turns out meaning is addictive too. It just takes longer to load. You don't need to fight explicit content addiction. You need to understand your brain, outsmart it, and then build something better. You're not weak. You're just stuck in a feedback loop that thinks scrolling is intimacy and impulse control is optional. But here, on the Neural Architect, we don't live by loops. We break them. If this video gave your brain a slap and a hug, like it, and subscribe to the Neural Architect, where we don't just think better, we rebuild smarter. Until next time, close the tabs and open your life.